All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers, and peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Rakakwadash, pushing to get up out of there. Shalom to the hopeful elect, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right, and what I want to get into this morning with this lesson, is checked out and tapped in. Checked out and tapped in, man. Checked out to this world and tapped into Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Because more and more, me speaking personally for myself, man, I'm finding out what it really means to be dead to this world, man. I'm constantly finding out more and more, as we, mature, in the faith, mature in understanding, as we live this thing, day for day, we really come to the understanding of what it means to be dead to this world more and more, man. And Yahweh Shai is requiring more of us, man. We coming down to the clutch. Okay, we coming down to the time where all we're going to have is our faith and our power. Okay? Everything in this world is expiring. Everything is expiring, man. These jobs are expiring. A lot of these relationships we have expiring. Okay? The current, system, all right? This current system as a whole is expiring, man. Everything is expiring, man. The only thing that's beginning to start is the kingdom of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's the only thing that's getting ready to start. Everything else is expiring, man, on this side, man. So if these things are expiring, man, we should be more checked out, okay, on this side and tapped into what's coming. It look different for everybody. Everybody in different situations and different lots, okay. But with whatever ability we have, man, okay, to check out, to shed this world, okay, and to begin to put on Yahweh Shai, man. Because when you read this, let's go here to the book of 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. Yeah, man, and the soldier is on the mission. Okay, a soldier's on assignment. Okay, and soldiers have to be locked in. If you're a soldier, you're in the trenches, you gotta lock in. Awareness gotta be on point. You gotta endure some days not eating. You gotta endure the weather. Okay, you gotta endure being against the odds. Okay, you gotta endure all those things, man. But you're on assignment, man. Okay, if you're a soldier, so we're soldiers, man, in Yahweh Shai, in the spirit. Okay, so we gotta endure the hardness, man. We gotta endure the setbacks. We gotta endure being the outcast. Certain things we're deprived of. We're men. Okay, we're men. There's certain things that we're deprived of that we want. Okay, but that's what we got to endure, man. That's why we got to embrace, all right, the hardships, man. You see, we really got to embrace the hardships, man. And just deal. You see, as a good soldier. Verse 4 said, no man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. Who chose us? Yahweh Shai, who enlisted us. When you read this in the NLT, soldiers don't get tied up in the affairs of civilian life. Okay? And the unbelievers, they live civilian lives. They're not in this war. They're not in this spiritual war. Okay? So they don't live according to how we live. You see, we can't get caught up in these affairs that we know don't mean nothing. Okay? We know these affairs don't mean nothing, man. You see, we ain't got time to play the family mediator. Okay? We don't have time to get caught up in this and that and get drugged into the soap opera of this world, man. Okay? These people are civilians, man. They don't understand what's at stake. They wasn't given the assignment. Okay? When you're a soldier and you're put on assignment amongst civilians, they don't understand what's at stake. Okay? They don't understand the assignment. And it's not on us to try to make them understand. We just gotta complete the assignment, which is gonna require us to be isolated, what they consider standoffish or whatever. Okay? But they don't know what's at stake. They don't understand the assignment. We do. So going back, it says soldiers don't get tied up in the affairs of civilian life, for then they cannot please the officer who enlisted them, and there's no way we can please Yahweh Shai if we entangle, okay, in the madness of this world, in the affairs of this world. You see? Because the Yahweh Shai is requiring us to be locked in like never before. He's requiring us to check out and lock in. You see? That's what the Lord is requiring. That's what Yahweh Shai is requiring. He must increase, but we must decrease, man. Okay? that's literal, man. Our ambitions and our interests and certain things, they got to decrease, man, while Yahweh Shai increases, man. His interest got to increase, man. We're here to forward Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? We're here to, all right, be watchmen, you see, to teach, man, to be brotherly. And this is on and off camera, man. We got to increase in Yahweh Shai, not only on camera, but in our day-to-day. How we move, how we react, how we reason. Okay? What I'm saying? We can't, this ain't the time, all right, to be, all right, this open book. You see how Yahweh Shai move, hey, he moved in discretion. Okay? So now, man, we're learning how to be like Yahweh Shai, man. And there was no one that was locked in like he was. You see, that's the thing. Yahweh Shai is not asking us to do something that he wasn't doing, man. No, he was locked in. Okay? So it says, when you read it again, it says that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. Now, who chose us, man? Let's go here to the book of St. John, chapter 15. St. John 15 and 14, it says, ye are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you. It said, you are my friends if, there's a condition. You see, this friendship we have with Yahweh Shai is based on conditions, man. Obedience. Okay? In which we win. You see? Obedience is leading to a victory. And even now, obedience brings peace, man. Right now, obedience brings peace, man. Obeying our power, okay? And serving our power, it brings peace, man. Okay? Serving the king, that brings peace, man. And it's ultimately going to bring a victory, man. An everlasting victory. You see? Verse 15, henceforth I call you not servants, for servants know not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. Yeah, so the Yahweh Shai dealing. He's showing us as this thing unfolds, man, the Lord is showing us Yahweh Shai is showing us the plate. He's showing us, okay, this is what Esau on, this is what these nations on, they got this. Look, he's constantly showing us, man. We have the breakdowns, you see, but as things happen, that's why I say we know in part, we prophesy in part, but as things unfold, things get clear, and that clarity comes from Yahweh Shai. That's him steady dealing and showing us, man. Okay? So here it is, Yahweh Shai is constantly putting us on game, man. Constantly giving us, the updates, man. The revelations of what's happening, man. That's him showing us everything, man. Okay? But in order to catch, all right, as they say, hey, in order to pick up what Yahweh Shai is putting down, yeah, you got to be locked in. You got to be around. You see? Hey, you got to come to the meeting. You got to come to these councils in the spirit. You see? You got to, because you can be in the courts of the king, but you got to pay attention in those courts, man. You know, hey, watching and prayer. Okay? It said, verse 16, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you. So that's who ordained us. That's who enlisted us to be soldiers, man, in the spirit. Okay? It says, and ordained you that ye should go forth and bring, that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, that whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you. These things I command you, that ye love one another. Yeah, so Yahweh Shai chose us. He enlisted us, man. And it said to bring forth fruit, man. How to bring forth fruit? You gotta tap in. You gotta be locked in. And said the fruit shall remain. You know? Which is the elect that's being taught. The elect that's being taught. Okay? They're constantly being fed this understanding. You know? They're constantly being built up, edified. Okay? Which is making their faith strong to endure the hour of temptation. You know, and these are the assignments that we're on. Okay? In the spirit. It's a spiritual war. Okay? Esau Edom is pushing enchantments like never before, psyops like never before, confusion like never before, man. You know, and it's on the soldiers of Yahweh Shai, those spiritual soldiers, to make sense of the matter, to bring clarity. Okay, to push faith. You see? So, going from there, let's go here. This is the book of Sirach. No, this is the book of 2nd Ezra 14. I'm reading NLT. 2nd Ezra 14 and 13. It says, so set your house in order. Warn your people. Okay? We've been what the Lord put us as watchmen. Warn your people. This is where we at. This is what's coming. This is what the devil is up to. Which all leads to what? Yahweh Shai. Everything leads to Yahweh Shai, man. We're close to Yahweh Shai. Okay? That second coming. Comfort those who are humble and teach those who are wise. Then say goodbye to this mortal life. Then say goodbye to this mortal life, man. You know? That's why we got to be checked out now. You see? Saying goodbye to this mortal life, man. The Lord packing this up. Okay? What ambitions could we have here, man? What expectations should we have here, man? The Lord is packing up this kingdom, man. Okay? In this kingdom, we're mortals. In the kingdom to come, we're going to be immortal, man. That's why it says what? Put off mortal thoughts. Okay? The concerns of this world, man, nah. Because everything that's a concern now ain't going to be a concern when Yahweh Shai come. Death ain't going to be concerned. Okay? Family ain't going to be concerned. They're going to be brought back in the righteous kingdom. So they're, you know, that's why we can't worry about what's going to happen to our people that don't believe, man. Even our closest relatives and, you know, best friends or whatever in the world, you know, because now we got new best friends. Okay? That think like we think. We got a new family that think like we think, man. That believe like we believe. Okay? The Lord gonna do what he do with his creation. We gotta think. We look at these people as, you know, the relationships, you know, father, mother, uncle, auntie, cousin, brother, whatever. But guess what? These are the Most High spirits. Before they was our relatives, they belong to him. They still belong to him. And he gonna do with them what he see fit. Okay? We can't be over concerned with it. Okay? You can't be overwhelmed with that or afflict thyself in our mind with that. Nah, them mortal thoughts, man. Okay? Because through the elect, they're going to come back immortal. They're going to come back in their right mind. You see? They're going to come back under the new covenant. Somebody got to win. You see, somebody got to be of the elect, man. Okay? And the elect are beginning to think immortal now. You see, he said, put earthly cares away from you. Throw down your human burdens and lay aside your weak human nature, man. Those mortal thoughts is a weak human nature, man. You know? And the Lord, he's girding us up with the spirit to endure, because we finna see judgment. Okay? We finna see judgment firsthand. Okay? And we can't have a weak nature. You see, when the Lord begins to open up in judgment, man. Okay? Nah, man, we got to understand that this is righteous judgment going forth. And the Lord is showing us why he's finna judge the way he's finna judge, man. We should be fully on board, man. Well, whatever the Lord finna do. Okay? We got to mark things up. That's judgment from on high. Keep it moving. Okay? We can't be around with the spirit of a social worker. Okay? The spirit of community outreach. Nah, man, damn it. They through. They done. The Lord finna judge, man. Okay? They ignored this word. They ignored this grace period. The Lord finna judge, man. Okay? It says, verse 15, it says, put all your anxieties aside and get ready to leave this world quickly, man. We gone, man. And we got to be gone here first. We got to check out here and already be in the kingdom that the Lord is getting ready to bring. You see, we got to check out here first and already be in the kingdom that the Lord, all right, is promised to bring, man. Have our mind in the kingdom, man, in the next age. Okay? This age should become more dead to us by the day, man. And we should become more alive in what Yahweh Shah is getting ready to bring, man. Okay? So yeah, man, we in the time, man, to check out and lock in, man. Each brother according to their lot, you know. So that's the point. Just want to go into that Lord will, you brothers. All right, and you few sisters edified. Till next time, I say shalom. Kwam Yashala, Abba, Soon, shalom.